Welcome to Crow and Klein, here today with your daily energetic check-in using the Sacred Forest Oracle. And today our card of focus is the Thicket of Thorns, right? The card of uncertainty. So this is really sort of when things become challenging in our lives. It feels like being in a thicket of thorny bushes, right? So, and what they mean by thorny with this card is that it is difficult and you are feeling stuck. And if you are feeling stuck and uncertain of which way to move forward, you're probably right. Okay, so we've got to stop and find some quiet or be still and acknowledge the situation for what it really is, okay? And then allow a solution to come to us. There's no sense in moving forward or trying to move forward through a thicket of thorns, because especially if we're uncertain, because we're just going to get more tangled up, right, and scratched up in the thorny bushes. So pause and wait and acknowledge the situation for what it is and understand that this is a card of divine timing. The solution will present itself at the appropriate time. Okay, and one of the things that this card talks about is that fairy tale of Sleeping Beauty, right? Once she pricks her finger on the spinning wheel and falls into a deep sleep, right? It's like hundreds of years before anybody can get to her because of that giant thorny hedge that grew up around the castle, right? And the princess who tried to get through there couldn't get through there. But one day, aka divine timing, the thorns, the thickets opened up to a prince that passed. Okay, and he was able to get to the princess with ease and to break the curse. So it's really just reiterating what I said before. This is about divine timing. Okay. The prince was triumphant because he appeared at the right time. So when it is the right time, everything's going to fall into place. The hard part of this card is waiting in stillness and quiet and understanding that divine timing happens in exactly that, divine timing. We cannot control it. We cannot force it. We cannot force our way through the thicket, right? It's about patience. It's really, really, really about patience in a difficult and challenging time. Okay? Let's unpack that. All right. Well, I had my Harsh Truth deck out, but I don't really want to add more harsh to the thickets of thorns. So I am going to shuffle up the Wandering Star because you know how much I love this deck. It's beautiful. So let's do that. Let's pull some cards on this divine timing, thicket of thorns, and being in a difficult, challenging, and uncertain time, right? Let's go ahead and make sure we get that good energy in the cards. And while I'm shuffling, I want to say thank you so much. I so appreciate you for liking, subscribing, for viewing. All of that helps. You know, I'm trying to put out 2 of these a day. I'm a fairly new channel, and so it really means a lot to me that you're showing up, right? That you're showing up for yourself, that you're showing up for me, that you're showing up for growth, right? Showing up for growth. So if this resonates, great. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. And if it reminds you of someone that you know and love, feel free to share it. I feel like we've got to get these messages out right now. We're in a really, really, really weird time, and the energies out there is kind of strange. So Share. Be present. Anyway, so we have the Queen of Cups showing up. Okay, I love the Queen of Cups. Compassionate and intuition, very intuitive. In fact, a lot of different decks show her almost scrying in the cup, right? Using the cup as a divination tool, just like I'm using the cards to bring you messages. So it is about intuition and compassion, and she is an incredible listener. All right, she listens with compassion. She listens without judgment. All right, so there may be someone around you who's got some advice for you, or this may be how the message is coming to you. Maybe this is you and you're waiting for this message to come in the cup, right? We don't know. Let's keep going. That could change. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is your energy. So decisions, change, and actions. You're ready to take action on something. And the Ace of Swords is definitely bringing in some truth and clarity to you in this situation of uncertainty. Okay. You know it's coming. This is in your energy. You know it's coming. All right. The Sword of Truth pierces the veil into the material world. So it's going to affect things in your physical realm once this comes in. Okay. Right now it's kind of floating around out there. Keep in mind, this is something that you're manifesting. Okay. So when we reach a place of uncertainty, as in the thicket of thorns, when we stop and go still and sit in silence so that we can hear what comes next, that's the magician. We become the magician in that moment because we're transmuting energy into the physical realm. Okay. Power, action, skill. So whatever you are trying to move towards and you've reached a point of uncertainty, you cannot move forward because you're just going to get tangled up in the thorns. So we pause, we wait, you become the magician, and you see what shows up. Okay, this is something that you're manifesting. What are you manifesting? Beautiful. All right, let's take a look at this Queen of Cups. I feel like I'm on another planet today. It's bizarre. I'm sort of, I guess, anyway, yeah, this is about you. I'm feeling kind of weird, like floaty, like not grounded right now. So what's coming up under the Queen of Cups is the Sun. All right. The Sun is all about joy and happiness. This one says light, life, energy. It is. I mean, the sun gives energy. It feeds everything. But it's also about our personal happiness and joy in our life. I mean, this is the card that reminds me of somersaults in a field under the sun, or laying in the grass and watching cloud shapes, figuring out what they look like. I mean, that to me is joy and happiness. And it's coming up with this sort of intuition and great listener and compassionate Queen of Cups. Okay. This is the nature of whatever is going on with you. You are in your Queen of Cups energy, and you are heading towards the sun. In a good way. Not like in a sci-fi movie where they're going to shoot you with the sun to like stop it from exploding or something, right? All right, let's get something for you. I love the Ace of Swords in your energy. I mean, to me, that shows that you are trusting that information is coming to you, okay? All right, so in comes the Four of Swords underneath this. So Yeah, you know that this is coming. The Four of Swords is a card of rest, recuperation, healing. Okay? It's a time of recovery. So to me, with these coming out together and knowing that you're going to have this message is going to come to you while you're sleeping. When you hit rest and quiet, you're going to get your messages. Have you guys been dreaming a lot lately? I have been having, I kid you not, so many dreams a night that I am waking up completely exhausted. And I'm being really good at writing stuff down, right? And I have my phone recorder, so I can just pick up my phone and speak into it as well. Yeah, this is going to come to you through a dream, which is really cool, right? Because with the Queen of Cups card that has come out, remember I said it was almost like she was scrying, waiting for a message to come in through the water. This is a very emotional cup. Okay. Dreams. Dreams. Something's coming. Just get, whoa. Alrighty. Well, there's no denying this card coming out. This is the Six of Swords. This is moving on. It is discovery. It is exploring. So there is something that's going to come to you that's going to allow you to, once again, move forward, right? You're kind of stuck in the thicket. This is going to allow you to move forward. Okay? And I'm fascinated that all of the, and I know this is in the keep in mind pile, it's an emotional thing that you're going through, but you are using the clarity of mind, right? And our dreams do come to us through our mind. Even if they're heartfelt, they still come to us. And so this message is definitely coming to you while you're sleeping, whether you remember it or not. You may just wake up one day and know what to do, right? And it's because of this. And it's going to allow you to move on. Keeping in mind that as the master manifester, the magician, you are making this happen. You are transmuting the energy. You are moving out of uncertainty and moving on through exploration and discovery once this message comes in. I love it. I'm in. I'm in. All right. Anything else? I feel like this is kind of done. Like you've got to get this message. I think we had a reading not long ago about creating a bedtime ritual so that you can get really good sleep, right? I'm going to see if I can link it in the drop down so you can go back to that one. Or maybe, no, maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was a short. I'll find it and I'll link it down below, okay? Okay, well, I definitely expected this card to come out. The Justice, Lady Justice, balance, equality, right? The balancing of the karmic scales. So there's something definitely karmic about this, and it's a lesson. Like it feels like it's a lesson in order for the scales to balance for you. And I think that this lesson is really trusting your intuition, trusting that you're going to get the messages in the way that they're meant to be delivered, which is quiet yourself and rest. It's going to come to you, right? Isn't she kind of like, actually like Sleeping Beauty? I just realized that, waiting for this message to come in. And in Sleeping Beauty, it was the prince, right? He was the message. So maybe your message is someone. Or maybe someone like that is going to bring you the message. It's happening, though, because you are pausing, you are resting, you are going into quietness and allowing it to come through, okay? Didn't we say this is divine timing? And temperance. So that doesn't surprise me either, because temperance is definitely divine timing. It is divine timing. It is patience. It is the perfect, it's the perfectly measured out cosmic recipe, right? Everything has to be just right, hence the divine timing. Patience, quiet, patience, rest, and you're going to get your message, okay? And you're going to move on with it. It's a beautiful thing. It's going to get you out of this uncertainty. And uncertainty is not a bad thing. It's merely like I was going to say a roadblock, but that's not in, like a check-in point on the road of life, where you stop and you check in, and then you can keep going. Just so everybody knows, I think deja vu is a checkpoint, honestly. When we have deja vu, I think that is confirmation that we are where we're supposed to be in our life, right? So trust in the divine timing, trust in yourself and your own intuitive abilities, as well as your manifesting skills, okay? And a lot of this manifestation could be coming through your dreams as well, in through your sleep, I guess I should say, right? Bottom line is, you're going to be moving out of this. The scales are going to be just balanced, okay? It's just going to require some patience, some rest, all right? That is your message. It was beautiful, and I hope to see you soon.